Hi there, join me in this video when I'm at RSPB Burton Mere. Now, if you're a regular to this channel, you've probably seen me film videos from here at Burton Mere before, but I haven't visited here for about 6 months. So it was high time that I visited again, because last time I came was spring and now we're getting into early autumn. Now, unfortunately, the weather this morning is not great. It's raining and I found a tree to shelter under at the moment. As I've got closer to the reserve, the weather's closed in. When I left this morning, the weather was beautiful and sunny, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So we'll see what we can get today. Now, you might have also noticed that I've been releasing videos out of chronological order, but from this point on, I should be back to releasing them as I film them, and that's because of my operation that I had about 6 weeks ago now. So the video that I released last week was actually filmed about 6 or 7 weeks before today's video. So hopefully things should start getting back to normal again now, because I'm fully back to fitness. So come along with me, because I know that I'm really going to enjoy my photography. Well, thankfully the rain seems to have eased a bit, so this might encourage the birds to appear a little bit more. You can start to hear them a little bit in the background. Hopefully this should start to be becoming a little bit more visible now the rain has cleared a little bit. Well, it just goes to show that the age-old adage that patience is a virtue really does hold true when it comes to bird photography. I've been stood here by this pond for about 15 to 20 minutes, and in that time I've seen a shoveler and also some cormorants in a tree on the opposite side of the pond. Now, I've counted about 4 of them, and you don't normally see so many together, so that's a bit of a bonus, and I've got some photographs of those. Well, I always seem to find a very friendly robin when I come to Burton Mere, and today's been no exception. There's been one little guy bobbing around on the floor around my feet, and at one point it came within about 15 centimeters of taking some seed from my hand, but it just wasn't quite brave enough. And at one point it was so close that I couldn't actually focus on it. So it was quite challenging just to try and get the camera low enough to get a good angle rather than shooting down at it. So I flipped the screen out at the back of the camera to just help me to get the camera very low, and that made for a better photograph. If this is your first time visiting the channel, then make sure you don't miss out on any future content by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications, and also it'll help me get towards my 10,000 subscriber goal, which is very exciting. Also, if you want to help support me, then you can visit my Teespring store. I've got a range of merchandise over there, and a purchase really does help me out, and it's very much appreciated. Well, I've come into this hide here, but it's not looking very promising. Not only is there no people in this hide, but there's also no birds out on the water. Now, when I say no birds, I mean literally no birds. Not even so much as a gull or a mallard. There is nothing at all. It's completely barren of any bird life on this particular pond. Now, some of the reed beds to my right are a little bit overgrown, so I didn't see any birds there. So I'm hoping that as I get a little bit further round into the reserve, I might stand a bit more chance of seeing some more birds, because it did say on the Facebook page that I checked before I came that there'd been quite a few sightings in the recent few days, so I still am hopeful that I will see something. I just picked up my cameras ready to leave this hide, and a little egret just landed on the opposite side of the pond. Now it is quite far away, but at least I've got a picture of something. I've just stopped at a blind a little bit further along the path, and it was a little bit more promising because there were some more birds on the water than I saw at the last hide, mainly shovelers, and I saw a black-headed gull as well, but I didn't film there because there were people watching the birds. But as you can tell, the weather's really improved, and so it's getting nice and warm in the sun, and so that's a bonus, and it cheers everything up. Now at the moment this video is probably only just over 5 minutes long, but I've actually been at the reserve for about 3 hours, and it just goes to show how much waiting around there is to do with not a lot to be seen. I've just been into hides, not seen any birds, walking down paths, not seeing any birds. I've just stood here ready to film this, and in these bushes to my left I've seen a great tit, blue tits and long-tailed tits, but they've just not landed in any positions where I could take their photographs, and that's the way that it goes sometimes, especially when you're trying to film a YouTube video as well. Even if you just go out with a camera, you're not guaranteed on getting good shots, but the birds seem to stay away even more when they know I've got a video to film. Well, it's been a slightly more productive time in this hide here. I've got some shots of some Canada geese in flight and a little egret in flight. There were also some other birds out on the water that I've managed to photograph, and as a bonus as well, I've managed to shelter from the brunt of another shower that's passed over. So the sun's gone away, we're back to clouds again. So all that's left now is to walk back towards the car park and the reception area, because I'm at the furthest end of the reserve. But on the way back, I'm still going to be keeping my eye out for anything else that I see. It's always nice when somebody recognises me from YouTube, and I've just met somebody called Brian who watches the videos, so if you ever see me out and about, come and say hello, because I love to meet people who watch the channel. It pays to keep your eyes and ears open. In this tree just here behind me, I've just spotted a great spotted woodpecker, which was a nice little bonus on the way back to the car park. So what I'll do now is I'll leave you with some of my favourite shots from this morning. So we've come to the end of the video, and I think I've got some good shots. It's been 4.5 hours. I've seen sun, I've seen rain. I have got some good photographs, not the most spectacular ones. Unfortunately, there haven't been quite as many birds as I would have expected for this time of year, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you just have to take what nature throws at you. But it has been great to be back out in nature at a nature reserve after feels like a long time, even though it's only been 6 weeks. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, do let me know down below in the comments, and up over to my Instagram or Vero account. You can leave me your comments there, and you can also see lots of my photographs. Now, if you want to help support me to make future videos like this, then you can leave via the gift shop. That's at Teespring. There I've got a range of merchandise on offer, so head off over there, because a purchase really does help me out and it's very much appreciated. But you don't have to spend any money at all to support the channel. You can do that simply by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. It really helps me out, and it makes sure that you don't miss out on any future content. Watch out for next week's video. That goes live on Sunday. In the meantime, go and check out this video just up here. But all that's left now is to say, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.